Hello again. I just want to encourage you today, love looks like a lot of things in this world. There are so many ways to love someone. There's also a lot of ways to affirm them and to just be like, oh, good for you, support people. Sometimes that looks in the world. Sometimes that looks like, live the way you want to live. Do the things you want to do, it'll be great. You'll do awesome. Just do you, boo, be good. But like, that's not healthy and that's not right, A lot of times, there are things that sound good, like live the way you want to live and just do what makes you happy. That sounds great, but it leads to hell, There's ways that seem right to a man that will lead to hell. So don't do it, It's simple to say that, but it's hard to live it sometimes, But the truth is, we all have the opportunity to speak the word of God and to live the way that God calls us to live, to love the way that God calls us to love. What does it mean to love? Let's look at 1 Corinthians 13:4-7. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own ways. It's not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoings, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. What does that sound like to you? That's the love of God. That is so much different than the world portrays it sometimes. Love does not mean just agreeing with someone because you don't want to hurt their feelings. Love is so much greater and so much different. Love means speaking the truth, believing the truth, rejoicing when the truth wins out, and not when people get what they deserve. Love is the Lord's voice. Love is what God is calling us to be. It's His heart. We need to love with the Word of God and to speak love in people's lives, speak truth, and to share His voice with them. So be encouraged to share the love of God and be encouraged to speak boldly. God has put a word on your heart, speak it out, and encourage people with the voice of God and to support them with love, not worldly support. So let's be encouraged together, okay?